you have to pay.
Do you want to kick us off, Baz?
Sergej,
Of course.
Hull City's first ever league win in the Premier League against Manchester United. How do you feel?
They told me now, I didn't know about this information. I feel excellent, and I'm very happy because of our players. They put everything on the pitch today. What we agreed on the meeting all this week, what we tried to practicing there, and this is the result on the end. I'm very, very pleased with them.
And you scored 2 big goals at crucial times in our first half.
Yeah, we tried something on Friday, so we had some plan there to try to punish them, how they standing on the, especially a wide free kick, to make some blocks there, and Nobel scored, and Shemi, of course.
Home form is always so important for teams coming up in the Premier League. To get that first win, to get a clean sheet, that should give you and the supporters and everybody here a huge amount of confidence going forward.
Big boost for us for the future, and like I spoke all last week about possibility that we can win. This is maybe the key, because I have to convince my players that we are capable to play on this level, because we showed last season very strong, very mentally strong, and that we can compete against everyone. So this is the key, and they showed today on the pitch.
What's the situation with Nobel and Shemi? Obviously came off.
Yeah, a lot of problems. That was not a plan. We had 4 substitution in defense line. I don't know. After medical check, I will know much more. But right now, I don't know. They complaining on hamstring and the Nobel on adductor.
How concerned are you that could be, given the injury problems you've got here?
Maybe we will bring some new players again. So we have 10 days to go. So we will see. Depends of their problems.
No, Morita, you said he might be on the bench today. What's the situation with him? Can we see him at Stoke?
No, he had training today. It was better for him, and he will be in the roster for Stoke game.
And any other concerns, injury-wise, out?
No, Cole always with his ankles, so there is normal.
Transfer-wise, what can we expect in the next couple of days? Are you close to anything? Obviously, we know Garcia was close. Is that still happening, or...?
2 strikers, 2 wingers, 1 or 2 midfielders. It depends now in defense line. So it will be busy.
You've obviously got no strikers apart from McBurney, aside from young Fleming. What are you going to do at Stoke? How many changes can we expect?
And for the next game, or
the League Cup game on Tuesday?
We will see on Monday. Who is alive?
Thanks, Sergej.
We will see.
Sergej, it looks a lot like a lot of the games last season. How important when you bring new players in is it that you don't lose all the good things about last season?
It's very important because it's about team. I had conversation with our main players, I can say like this, leaders, and that as soon as possible to put togetherness in our dressing room, because some of them, they speak in good English, some they don't speak so well, and we will try. But this victory is amazing because of this. Because of it, they are convinced that they can compete on this level, and should continue like this.
I mean, you could have given more debuts today, but are you trying to sort of do it gradually and get people used to the way of playing and that sort of thing?
Oh, we have training session every day, so we are trying everything on the pitch. After training, analyze everything about the principles. But we also had today planned to put Jens or Gurna there, but because of injuries, I couldn't do that. So, but they will get chance on Tuesday.
Are you concerned about all these injuries and the causes behind them?
Like all last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I remember game December 29 when we played the Middlesbrough away. We had 12 players, so we have under 21 team. So we will maybe use some of them.
But, I mean, is this something the club has looked at? Why are you getting so injured?
This is kicks, some old problems from last season. It's always, this is contact sport. So every challenge, every duel, it's a possibility that you will get injury. So we can't sign 50 players. So it's just 25. We can make registration.
Sorry. So you mentioned noticing something about Manchester United set piece set up that you looked at. What was that? And obviously it worked brilliantly.
This is secret. Okay. This is secret. Come on.
Tell us.
Just that I don't have a coach this for set pieces. So Marco, Angelo, my assistant coach, and Onur, they doing this. So this is our secret. How?
So, and the setup from back four to back five, I know you played that last season, but
Yeah.
how was that particularly your choice today?
Because Man United is coming very, very high with Luke Shaw. Also, they're trying to overload midfield. So that was our main task, to close these gaps between the lines, and when we steal the ball, that we are very vertical, very quick, and also in those transitions that we try to switch the side, because our wing backs are completely alone, and then that we have numbers in the box. That we had, I think, 2 very good chances after this. So, and also we didn't allow any 1-1 or 100% chance for Man United.
So, did you expect more from Manchester United in terms of response to the second?
This is tricky question. No. This tricky question, I can speak just about my team, because I'm always caring about my team. So of course we watched Man United 3 times, 1 time live, and we saw their problems, and then we tried to use this today.
On your team then, Regan Slater, I mean, he's been with this club for a long time, and I think it was 50 grand he cost. I mean, what kind of...
50 grand?
Yeah.
Not bad. Fully deserved, because when I arrived here, Regan Slater was not first team player. I think that he jumped in against Preston home on the halftime. He completely turned the game, and since then he's first 11 player. He's my first choice, and I like him a lot, because he's every training, every game, he's 100%.
How proud are you of players like him? I mean, we've touched on, could have brought in more debutants, more of the new signings, but you stuck with the call that got you here.
You mean 8 players from last season?
Yeah.
But this is our spine. We know each other, so we are 1 year together. So they know everything. I don't need even sometimes to speak with them. So when I just look at Ryan Giles, for example, he knows everything what I mean, what I thinking, and this is Tzolakis, Mendy, and Elliot. This is normal, our normal choices. Of course, we have some new players there, but because of tactical reason, they didn't play today. But on Tuesday they will play.
Sergej, can I ask you about your goalkeeper? Because he's obviously going to play a huge part if you stay up this season. Seemed very impressive on his debut, especially with the physicality of the Premier League. How happy were you with his debut?
Very happy. Because of that we bought him, and we spent some money there. And he's national team player of Greece, Olympiacos player. If you following Greece football, Olympiacos, it's a huge stress, huge pressure there, and he's used to it on this. For him, I think this is like a cup of tea. So, because, Olympiacos is a very big club in Greece, and I'm very happy with him. Also with Jack Butland, who had injury, with Dillon. So we have 3 very good goalkeepers.
And what do you think that does for the defence? When you bring in someone like Nobel, who's just 21 years old, when you have a goalkeeper of that pedigree and they perform well on day, that kind of emanates through it.
And also a lot of experience on this level, because he played in Primera, so he played Conference League final. So this is 21 years old, so it's a big experience for him. But since first game, he played like he's with us here, like me, 1 year.
Arif?
Why are you so far away?
How big a statement win is this for all the critics and all the noise that was said before the game, before the start of the season?
For me, it's normal. I don't have any problems with critics, with opinions. This is their opinions. Like I said, other than press conference, we will try to prove them wrong. And today, we won the game, and now it's 37 to go. So we will try to continue like this.
What does this win mean for you personally? First game.
A lot, yes. First win, yes, 100%. Efficiency, good. I'm very, very happy because all the people in the club.
All good?
Sergej, just one quick one.
Yeah.
What can this do for you in the transfer market? For players perhaps that are a bit unsure about whether you're serious? Obviously, everybody's saying you're going to get relegated. To go and play like that and get a result, do you think that can help you in the final week?
They will come 100% now. I don't have any doubts.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Are you expecting the
Yes.
French?
Like last season, that was I was in similar position last season. I try to explain. Some players choose other clubs and then they join us in January. If you remember,
Busy with
they will. Yes, they will come.
Excellent. Thank you very much.